Hello everybody to lesson 23 of HTML5 Deep Understanding Cars. And this lesson we will know the HTML iframe tag. First of all, we should know that iframe tag is used to call another website in your website. So you could embed the website in your web page or your website. So if you need to embed, for example, Google or any service in the network, and you need to embed only the service or the service inside iframe or inside a window inside your web page, you could use the iframe. Let's go to the code and see what we have. First of all, if you need to create an iframe, you should create it with iframe tag. Okay, so the iframe now is opened. So then you should create inside the iframe something called src. The src is the source that you need to be opened in your website. For example, in our case, we need, for example, to open for example, Google or an image, whatever you want to open. Or for example, if you need to mention or to embed another website in your website, you could just write here, for example, http, for example, is Google, www.google.com. And then when you refresh, save, go to the place that we have saved it, double click and see what we have. Here we have, you see there's no network, he couldn't access that place, so it will load the thing in your website, in your page. So if you need to mention the width, for example, we'll say 500 pixel, and the height would be for example, let's say 600 or 700 pixel. Save it and reload the web page. Look, like that would be. For example, if you need to mention more than one, it would be mentioned like that. Okay, let's return back and see if we could open an image. Control Z. Let's open an image. We'll say HTML. The path of the image, okay, in any server, even in any place, you need to open that image. Save it and come to reload it. Here is our image. So the image was opened inside iframe. Okay, so this is the iframe that we have created, and this is the image inside it. Could we have more than one iframe in the same website? Yes, of course, you could create many iframes. For example, here we have 4 iframes. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, and every iframe each iframe could has its own element. For example, here I'll have another website, for example, http google.com, and here you could write Facebook or any website you need to be added. Let's refresh, and here we are. Here we have the image that we have created. Here we have the website, another website, and here we have the another website. Okay, there is another point that we should know, which is, could we add a border for that iframe, or could we remove the border? Of course, we'll write style, and we will say border, and we will call the border none. To none, so there's no border in that iframe. So let's say there's no border in that iframe. Or you could define a border. For example, we could say 3 pixel. These things, don't worry about them if you didn't know. We will know them in another course, which is CSS course, which will be great too. So we have border 2 pixel, the type solid, the color would be, for example, red. Okay, great. Let's see 5 pixel. Save it. Let's come here and reload. Here we have the border that we have added. We will know the border and the styles later, but you should know now that there is a border style for this iframe. There's another element, or there is another thing that we should know, which is if we have a link. Okay, imagine that we have a link, and I need, if the person clicks that link, he will guide him or open that link inside the iframe. I will have here link, and I will call this link href. Example, I will say Google http okay, is Google, which is our URL that we want to open it, .com. Okay, so then we have something called target. We have talked about that in another lesson. In our case, we have iframe target. Okay, so we need to open this link inside that iframe. I will name this iframe. For example, I'll call it name equal, for example, iframe 1. iframe 1. Okay, I'll take that name and see the target will guide on to iframe 1. Okay, save it and put here, for example, go to Google. Let's go to our website and refresh. What do we have here? We have here a URL. If we click that URL, we want to the iframe, open it in iframe. For example, here I will click Google, go to Google, that link. If you click that link, it will open that link inside that iframe. Okay, so let's click to that link. I've clicked, so it opened in another, in the iframe. Instead of open it in the whole website, we open it in the iframe. It's enough for this lesson, and see you in the next lesson. Bye.